Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Azrael Frost, and I am here to talk to you about Drakengard. Yeah, and I'm not sure many of you have played this game. It's a really old game, but it's my favorite game, so hey, I'm gonna tell you about it because I saw a review on it, and I like to say everyone's opinion is their own, and they're right in their own way, but he was wrong. No question about it, he said this game was about gameplay and not story. And oh my god, that's just not the truth of it. So, I'm going to tell you about this game. There will be spoilers. A lot. I'm going to tell you everything I know about this game. Everything. This game also is known as Dragoon in Japan, so yeah, if you play the Japanese version, you will know what I'm talking about, or if you have searched online and found the information. But hey, if you haven't, you're going to learn some things tonight, and hey, that's a good thing in my book, I guess. I also have no special effects, so if you don't like that, I got nothing. I've got nothing. Okay, let's get this started, shall we? This game is interesting with the fact that it's being a Square Enix game, as it says, right here, Square Enix. What's the interesting thing, you might ask? Well, okay, what do you know about Square Enix main protagonists? They're the pretty boy, always trying to do the right thing, all for the sake of good, and the story's lighthearted and kind. No, not here. Drakengard is basically welcome to an apocalyptic hell. Everything you see is not nice. It's not a nice place to live. Now, let's get started with the gameplay first, because getting into the story takes a lot longer to deal with. The gameplay is, it's pretty good. It's fun. It's kind of repetitive, it can get boring. You have a lot of weapons, where your main character, Kaim, is, I am jack of all trades, master of all of them. He uses everything from maces, hammers, halberds, axes, swords, short swords, which are shit. They are the worst weapons in the game, except for one. There's only one good short sword in this game. The others are all fast, and that's about freaking it. There's nothing to them. Now, this is the interesting thing for the upgrade system. How would you upgrade, let's say, a weapon normally? You'd find components and upgrade materials and other things. In this game, you upgrade your weapons by murdering people. That's right, there is literally a bar of how many people you have to kill until you've leveled 11. It's pretty awesome, and actually that is the funnest thing to do about it. You also have a dragon you can fly around and blow people apart. Yeah, it's fun. It's really easy to do, but it doesn't earn you kills for your weapons, so if you're trying to get kills for your weapon, it's not going to do you shit. Just how it is. Now, the other thing, it is repetitive. It is literally very static. It's straight. It's just, you will keep doing the same thing over and over again. There's magic attacks that the weapons have. Your weapons will also, every time you level a weapon, it will change shape, and in the weapon category stuff, there is more stories to the weapons. Every weapon in this game has a story, and when you get them all to level 4, you have all the stories for all the weapons. It's just how it is. It's a good thing. It's really interesting. It's like, oh, I really want to level these up because I can find the stories out, and the stories are dark. These stories are so dark. It's hilarious how funny they are. I think, like, the best short sword in the game is about an insane king who killed all of his own people because the sword told him it would give him power, and the sword then flies out of his hands and kills him. This is like, The weapon stories are hilarious, and I haven't even gotten to the main story. But first, let's get to the characters. There are very good, okay, very interesting characters. I only really like Ciri. The Hierarchy, he's alright. Arioch is insane, and Leonard. Oh my god, I hate Leonard. I can't stand him. Leonard is the voice of, oh, don't kill people, it's bad, and shit like that, and don't murder the child soldiers. Yeah. There's multiple reasons I don't like Leonard. Let's see. He's a whiny, incessant idiot. He literally pisses off a man who goes, oh, you looked at me funny, I'm gonna kill 10,000 of your friends on foot by myself. I don't know, it doesn't seem sensible to go preach to a man who can rip your heart out, probably, if he tried. He probably could. He'd just stab you, though. Take a sword about, I don't know, sword as thick as a bus bench and crush you with it. Kime's kind of an asshole. Now, Kime is my favorite main character in any game. But he's not a protagonist. He is not, in any sense of the term. A protagonist is a good, honest character. Kime is a psychopathic murderer. He literally tears people apart. He just runs around, slices them to death. And the funny thing is, the people he's slicing to death, they're all mind controlled. They're not doing this of their own volition. He just says, oh, you murdered my parents, and you target my sister all the time. I'm gonna rip every one of you apart, because I hate you all. Though, he doesn't say that. Here's an interesting thing. In this game, there are packs, which is, let's say, I've been mortally wounded, and I find, I don't know, a dragon, such as Kime does, and to save my own life, and the dragon, let's say it's also mortally wounded, I will take my soul out of my chest, merge it with the dragon, and I will, for a price, be able to live, and also be a completely unstoppable killing machine. Kime doesn't talk. He lost his voice. That was the price he paid for the pact. Everyone pays something. Ciri, the small child, he paid time. He can never die, and he doesn't age. He grows. For some reason, I don't know. That one never made sense to me in the second game. The Hierarch, he lost his hair, though then again, his dragon that he is bound to is petrified. And so it's useless, and he's hilariously funny. It's just, oh, I can't do shit. Sorry, guys! It's like, oh, wow, really, man? It is what it is, though. Arioch, she's the only elf left alive. Lost her womb. She can't bear kids, the elves are dead. How do you like the story so far? I haven't even gotten into it. And, Leonard gave up his sight. Yet you can still see through the annoying dipshit fairy that follows him around everywhere. And believe me something, fairies are as they are accurately depicted in mythology of being annoying tricksters. Or useless pieces of shit. I hate fairies in this game. Fairies are the bane of everybody's fucking existence. They're evil. They all deserve to be burnt in this game. No, screw the fairies. Fairies can die. And let's see, am I missing any other characters? Oh, right. Inuart. He's, the main antagonist, I guess. He's not really that good. Kime makes a better antagonist. And I've seen Kime be a better antagonist. It's funny. Yeah, he gives up song. He was a great singer, and he gives up his singing voice for getting a black dragon, man. Oh, I could sing the enemies to death, or I could burn them all alive, and he's ultra powerful, and yeah. Pacts Pacts are the way to go, so if you find any mythical beast, yeah, I'll say, I don't know, work together. Put your souls together and go fight the good fight against evil and whatnot. Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's the character. Oh, right, for AI. Alright, the world in this game is an interesting system. The world is protected by seals. What are seals, you may ask? They are literally just giant magic circles placed around the world that keep the world in balance. In balance, you may ask? Well, what's that mean? Well, Drakengard 2 shows it as if you break the seals, the sky collapses, horrible monstrosities are unleashed, and shit gets real, man. Shit gets real. Yeah. That happens in this game. That happens in this game's like 8 endings. Yeah, 8 endings, I think. It's been a long time since I've played, so I'm a bit rusty on my lore of Drakengard. Slightly. I literally know a lot about this, but okay, enough. I'm ranting. Now I'm going to get to the game's... Oh, right, no, I didn't finish Farai. I'm going to get to the story after that. Farai is the goddess seal, which is, like... They actually put the sealing ritual on a human. It is extremely painful. The goddess also cannot marry, for this is one of the reasons Inyard is the antagonist. He cannot marry Farai. So he goes and follows the Empire because he wants his girl. And the Empire wants her dead. You can't unbecome the goddess, you die the goddess. That's how it goes. That's just the way it is, but hey, whatever. It's just death. What's that gonna do? I know some characters who don't die. They're bullshit. They literally are. Okay, but enough with them. Ah, God, it's time to get into this. Yeah, and you've listened to me rant for 12 minutes, and I'm not even on the story yet. Oh my God. Let's see how fast I can get into this. You are Kaim, the literally most insane psychopathic monster of a character. He murders child soldiers. He's just a douchebag. But I like him. He's good. He is the best character ever, and he is my favorite game character. The story in this game is amazing. But if you play it in English, there's going to be scenes you're going to look and it's like, well, that didn't make sense. Why the hell did that happen? Or why did this happen? What the hell's going on? I will explain that. At the start, we have Kaim and the Union Army who is fighting against the Empire. The Empire is armed with black dragons, war machines, zeppelins covered in armor plating, and loaded to bear with cannons. It's insane. But they apparently have foot soldiers and a castle. Yeah, the Union's kind of screwed, man. They got nothing. Until Kaim gets mortally wounded. And then you play the first level. And you'd think this level would have a time limit because you have a giant gash in your back where your organ should be falling out. It doesn't. You keep going, and you fight, and you fight, and you fight, until you get to the castle keep. Well, courtyard, actually. There you find the Red Dragon. And the Red Dragon is, like you, been mortally wounded. Be it by the Empire or the Union. Actually, it's never truly explained. I'm pretty sure it's the Empire, though, because they're all a bunch of dicks. Yeah, so you decide that I want to live. Take your soul out and shove it in, and that you two put your souls together, and there you go. You now have a pact. Kaim can no longer talk. Angelus talks for him. Oh crap! The dragon's name's Angelus. You don't find that out till the first ending. Sorry about that. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, you and Angelus then decide to fly off in the air and shoot down the flying balloons with cannons and the flying warships, along with floating cubes and a lot of stuff that makes no sense and should not be there. I don't even understand it. I don't pretend to. I actually don't like the air missions that much. I've never been a flight sim guy, so they can be very good. They're entertaining, and they have lots of nuanced combat. Well, for back then. Yeah, but okay, let's get to this. So, you fight off the Empire. That's right, one man and a dragon fight off thousands of soldiers, battalions of air combat units, and horrible monsters that they have with them. Yes, time is literally... I don't know what to describe him to. A nuclear bomb with legs. Yeah, that's pretty damn accurate, actually. Time will literally come and punch you in the face, and your face will flatten. That's Kime. That's what he does. Alright. So after that, it's like, everyone thinks, perhaps we should leave. And they do, after Inuart plays a nice little song on the harp for everybody. Yeah, this is Inuart. He's really, really intro. Oh my god. He's a whiny bitch. He's supposed to be the main antagonist. Well, he's supposed to be an antagonist. The main antagonist is a little girl in a red coat. Yep, she leads the Empire. Bet none of you saw that coming. I looked when I saw her. It says, you lead the Empire, really, and then she started talking in the double god voice, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. You're possessed by the gods, whatever. Yeah. Shit. Oh my god, this stuff gets stupid. I will say the story gets 8 ways bananas 560 times over and over again. Like, stuff that happens makes no sense. Like, how do you do this? Did. That's just how it goes. Alright, but now back to the story. We then will come upon Leonard. In a bit. We run through the forest to find the elves. We find them all dead. And there's also a branching story mission later on that gets you another weapon. So, yeah, with you for that. And as you continue, you find Leonard. Well, you find a cutscene with him and all of his dead brothers. No, wait, sorry, they are dead. But the brothers thing. Okay, I'm going to go into Japanese lore here, because shit, you don't know things about Leonard and all the characters. Leonard is actually a pedophile. I'll let that sink into anyone who liked Leonard for a second. Yeah, he's... Those 3 boys are his brothers. Oh my... They were his lovers, man. What is wrong with this? Oh, but hey, if you think that's bad, we got a lot more things to cover. Oh, wow, just fuck. Yeah, Leonard is literally my least favorite character. That just made it worse. Yeah, then we kill a bunch of people in the forest, do a bunch of things in the forest, find out something about the Watchers. Apparently they're the gods. So, yeah. Shit gets real. Shit gets real. We then move on to the desert, where Inuart is captured. Yeah, that's right. The man who has a sword is supposed to be a good... He's supposed to have trained alongside Kime, so he should be good. He's a failure. He's pathetic. You can't believe how weak-willed this man is. He is weak-willed. Yeah. Alright, now, okay, what was I on? Right, the desert. During this fun trek through the desert where you fight off the ghosts of the dead, you find out the desert seal has been shattered, and, you find Arioch, the last elf, as I was talking about before, who is, okay, she's, insane. Rightly so, she saw her children murdered in front of her. But she also has a slight issue that, she's a cannibal. Yeah, that's right, she's a cannibal. Oh, you're like, oh man, I've been playing this, and what the hell are you saying, man? These people are... No, these people literally are all crazy. And I'm not done yet. Alright. We move on after Inuart has been brainwashed by a small little blonde girl with a red coat. Yeah, Inuart is... That's Inuart for you. Have fun with that. Wow. Anything else I can add? Is it what you're asking? Well, yes, I can. Inuart, at the start of chapter 4 this is, I believe. 5. I'm literally not sure. It has been a long time. He comes in and kicks Khaim's ass after kidnaps Furiai. And his last line, actually, I like. Because now Inuart is interesting. Just, there is no room for song. I literally forget exactly what he says, but it is really deep to see that I have given everything up just to protect this girl. He's also an idiot because he decided to go, oh, I'm going to go work for these people. They said they'll protect her. They're lying to you. He's an idiot, but hey, at least he means well. He's trying. You gotta give him something. He's better than Leonard, and everyone should say that as it is. Because Leonard's horrible and doesn't deserve to be a character. Yeah, sorry, I'm harping on Leonard. Anyone who's a Leonard fanboy, I don't know what to say, man. I can't understand why you like him. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, now, this is where stuff starts getting silly. The Empire and the Union have a giant fight. And it's, like, literally a very nice cutscene where, like, the soldiers go charging in and all this stuff. And when I went to do this mission, I thought there'd actually be soldiers. No, there's not. There is no soldiers of the Union anywhere on the map. Makes no sense, right? You saw thousands of them charging in. You thought it would be... What's the word? A giant fight and everyone would be like, oh, you can see the enemy health bar, but you can't see your own, that means you can't hurt them. No, they're just not there. There's no one there. They also, just a quick thing, the mission before, the Empire apparently has Cyclops that shoot lasers at you. That's an aerial mission. I don't talk about aerial missions much, I don't like them. So yeah. This is insanity. They have the resources to make a flying fortress, man. Or a giant sea fortress. It's stuff that you shouldn't be able to do, but they can. Because I look at the Union, and they are just... It's medieval knights in armor. There's magic, so sure, I understand that, but... These guys have a floating castle in the sky with a cloud generator. I'm not kidding you here. It's like, wow, how? I don't know. Okay, but back to what I was saying. So you go in and you kill everything. There is like, I think, 10,000 enemies to kill. It is a long fight. But you do it, and it's pretty simple. But it's also a good place to level your weapons. Though I say the first level's the best, go in exploration mode, it works. But yeah, okay, back to what I'm saying. Yes. After you finish that fight and the Union's stabbing their own men dead. Because they can't help them. There's nothing they can do. So they're just putting the guys out of their misery. Or they're killing the enemies. I'm pretty sure they were stabbing the Empire soldiers or their own. Or both. So, it's what it is. But as that cutscene goes on, everything starts going red, and everyone looks up, and giant god lasers fall out of the sky and kill the Union army. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I don't have anything to say for that. Because apparently they all come back as zombies in the next level, which are ridiculously hard to kill. Yeah, this stuff gets a bit nonsensical. So, as you keep fighting, and yeah, you will eventually get to a boss fight with Inuars. These fights actually, another quick thing. If you're gonna play this game, and you want to beat it, like everything, on a strategy guide, dear God, some of the weapons, you will need every weapon to beat this game. That is how you unlock the last level and get 100% completion. That is how this game works. So, I bought one. Oh my god, I was so happy I did that. I would have been driven insane by this. This game is good, and this game is amazingly interesting. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're killing yourself. So yeah, you go up to the Sky Fortress and you fight Inuart. And if you beat him within a certain time, a different ending will come up. I'll get to that later, actually. Because we're going with the first ending. You beat him. And you run into the base, and after fighting around a while, finding Death's Scythe as a weapon. Yes, you can get Death's Scythe as a weapon. It's a very good weapon. It is. I would recommend it if you're playing. You find your sister. So, she's kind of dead, stabbed to a glass pillar. Yeah, it's not really fun for her. But hey, it is what it is. Some things are how they go, man, but hey. The important thing is, the world's going to end. Yeah, because you were a bit slow. Too bad for you, chap. Too bloody bad. But hey, that's not important. Now you have to go fight, through an insane decaying city with skeleton knights and some other nonsense. And after that, you fight a giant dragon. And after that, you fight Mana. That's right, you fight the head of the Empire, who grows 60 feet tall, starts flying, and shooting laser beams at you. Now, unfortunately, the world is still going to shit, and Mana is, she's no longer possessed at the end of this. So, she starts whining, freaking out, and asking you to kill her for all the crimes she's committed. And Kai's like, I'm gonna let you live. And you get to suffer with that. Kai's a dick. Kai will literally normally murder a child soldier, but no, when someone nicely asks him to do what he does all the time, I don't care. I don't need to kill you. You're not worth it. That's Kai. He's such a nice guy. Yeah, but now this is the ending where we find out Angelus' name, because she is turned into the next goddess seal. Because, well, Angelus, female dragon, and apparently Verdale, the hierarch, can just brand anybody. Go, nah, what the hell. So yeah, that's the first ending. The first ending leads into the second game. Oh right, now I remember. The game has like 5 endings. They're interesting. But yes. Kaim loses the dragon, and he actually shows real emotions. Like, I am losing a good friend who has helped me all this time. He actually sheds a tear. And it's like, Well, I think he deserves that considering all the stuff he's gone through. He's lost everyone, except for the few people who follow him around, but he kind of never cared. Kaim has no family, man. Kaim has a bad backstory. Kaim has been fighting the war since he was 14. Now he's like 23, 22. I don't have a strategy guide on me like right in my lap right now, so I can't literally remember exact details. Yeah, okay. Now let's say you beat Inuart in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If you manage to do this, good job. You find a different path where Inuart has taken Furii, and the seeds of destruction. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get into this. These are giant white balls that just start falling out of the sky. They hit the ground, and they don't really do much until you do something. So Inuart, being a dumbass after finding her dead and finding out that everything Mana told him was a blasphemous lie, he says, "Oh, I'm not gonna take this. I'm gonna go revive her." And no one cares about Mana in the Empire anymore, because now we have to care about what the dumbass is doing. And what the dumbass is doing is putting Furii in. Oh right, it's not Seed of Destruction, Seed of Resurrection. Yeah. Resurrection is a very broad term for when Furii is brought back to life as a fucking winged tentacle monster, which is the most evil thing to fight ever. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Furii, because she rips Inuart apart, and then you have to fight her. And at that ending, after you're holding your dead sister in your arms, it's like, oh no, this is a really sad ending. Kaim had to kill his only family. You look and see as Seeds of Resurrection took all the genetic data, spread around themselves, and make more goddess monsters. And the world ends in a shrieking cry. I think that was what the ending said. Oh yeah. The best ending is the first one. These endings are black as hell, man. This is dark stuff. This is just... Let's see. In the third ending... That's right, in the third ending, we get to see the dragons revolt. They think humanity is no longer worth anything. They brutalized Mana. I think they, literally start biting her to pieces, and she's, screaming for help. You don't get to see it, though, so it is just kind of how it is. But what you do get to do, and it's a sad thing, where you break the pact with Angelus, and you fight each other to the death. Now, this is another interesting thing. This is the only boss fight you fight on the ground, and it makes it a lot easier, because you can charge your weapons. And I suggest a weapon to you if you're doing this. The Guardian Sword. The Guardian Sword lets you heal when you activate his magic. Get it to level 4. Just do it. You will thank me. Believe me, you will. It is the most useful thing. That and the strongest weapon in the game. I'll let you find out what that is, because though it's one of my favorites, yeah, you can find that later. So yeah, in the end, you defeat Angelus. It's a bittersweet ending, really, because, she compliments you on becoming a strong warrior, and you say, I forget what Kaim says. I really do. It wasn't... He just says, I am Kaim, and... Well, wait, that's during the fight. So, I actually I forget what he said. I don't think he says anything. He just pets her as she dies. That's just how it is. And then he charges out into the streets and starts fighting dragons. That's right, Kaim's just that badass. He's like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out fighting. Carry on, Kaim. Carry on. Okay, now for the fourth ending. And the fourth ending... If you thought everything else made no sense, I'm going to start breaking walls. The fourth ending, you kill Mana. You literally start running through the Sky Fortress. But instead of what you normally do of just trying to get out, or trying to, you start fighting her, and you follow her until like she's standing on a pedestal in a weapons room where you'd find a chest for a weapon. It's like, oh, okay. This is where things start getting interesting. Ciri saying like, I have caused this because I neglected my sister. I wanted to be the child who was loved, and I let her get all the beatings. And Ciri is actually a pretty bastardly person, amazingly. I like him the most of all the other characters, and he's also a complete horrible person. All of the characters are. It's fun, it really is. Now, Ciri literally takes his golem, which he is bound to, and has it crush her flat. There is just a blood stain that splats out here. There's just, oh. And the gods weren't happy with that, so they start, sending down giant stone babies. But now you're going, Azrael, what the hell are you talking about? Giant stone babies? Yes, the Grotesqueries. They will start shooting you with lasers. They are ridiculously hard to kill. They are stone... I don't know what the hell they are. But they're there. And they're just fucking there. And everyone in your party starts to die. I think it's first Leonard, then Arioch gets eaten alive by these things. Verdilate, nah, I forgot. I think he runs off. And, alright, here's the thing. In the end, the Mother Grotesquerie, this is an interesting thing, because it's a flying mission, but you don't have to kill anything. You just need to get there for this last mission, and then it shows a cutscene of Kaim is taking Ciri here to the Mother Grotesquerie so he can stop time. That's right, Ciri can stop time. Why? I don't know. Because some things I don't know, and it's just ridiculous. But yes, Kaim throws Ciri off as the Grotesqueries catch him and rip him and Angelus to pieces. Ciri lands and somehow doesn't break his legs or break anything. He literally jumps like a good 200 stories and just lands like a feather and curls up and goes to sleep on top of the Mother Grotesquerie's pregnant belly and stops everything. Time just stops, a giant pile of black sand falls on top of it. I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense, but that's how it goes. That is the fourth ending. Now for the fifth ending. You need every weapon in the game. Every weapon. You have to have them all. You don't have to have them all level 4. That is a really nice thing, because leveling weapons takes a long time. That means you have to level short swords, which are pieces of shit. Yeah. So, in the end, what do? Well, you know how in every aerial battle, if you played this game, let's say you shoot things with fireballs and then use magic laser writings to kill things. No, in this one, you play a sound game. That's right, it's literally square for black hex, triangle for black rhythm circle, and triangle for white rhythm circle. And you literally play a matching game of this thing. I never beat this. It is literally that stupidly hard to beat this. And my memory card imploded, and I lost all of my file, and I'm like, not doing that again. So, I'll say I cheated here. I looked up the ending. After you beat the Mother Grotesquerie in modern-day Tokyo, that's right, you somehow get transported in time and across dimensions to modern-day Tokyo. You beat it, and it turns to ash and falls to the ground, and it's like, as you're flying there nicely and all happy, F-14 jet flies out of nowhere and blows you the hell out of the sky. Kaim flies somewhere, and Angela gets impaled on a giant spike on a building. It's just how it is. Drakengard endings are always depressing. The story is depressing and insane. Alright, now I'm going to tell you an interesting little tidbit for Kaim and Furiai, who is his sister. If I didn't mention that, sorry. I spent 40 minutes and I haven't told you that. I really do apologize. Now, this is an interesting thing. Because you know every other character has an interesting little secret? Well, so does Kaim and Furiai. Well. Okay, let's say you watched this scene in English. You, went through the ocean fortress, which is where Furiai was actually being held, or I don't know. Somehow she's dead in the sky fortress when you get there, but you go to the water fortress, which is not where she's supposed to be. She's fine. And yeah, you find her, and she's like, "Look at me," and Kaim looks away disgusted, and she stabs herself to the pillar. If any of you saw that scene and said, "That makes sense," you're lying. I watched that scene. I played this game when I was 15, like I'm not supposed to, but hey, whatever. Parenting, all that nonsense. This is the thing. You missed a lot. I haven't seen the scene in Japanese. I do not know what I missed. I just know what I read. Furiai it's either that Furiai and Kaim have an incestuous relationship, or she has incestuous feelings for him, and she's told Kaim about this. So when Kaim looks away disgusted, it's either he can't accept what he's done, or he can't accept her for feeling this, and she kills herself out of just disgusted sadness, I guess. Well, I'm not really sure which. It's kind of funny that Inuart was Kaim's best friend and also marrying his sister, yet Kaim's screwing his sister. Fun little tidbit for you all. Alright, yeah, so... Alright, I'm just going to get into this quickly here. There are two spin-offs to Drakengard. There is Drakengard 2, which has no way. And remember when I said something about Kaim not being a protagonist? No, he's a protagonist. Where Kaim in the second game is actually the antagonist. He's damn good at it. He still can't talk. Because Angelus is still alive. But yeah, he's impressively powerful. Like, he doesn't use any sword but his own, and he literally causes earthquakes when he swings. Kaim's insane. Kaim's overpowered. But then there's also a second one, Nier, which takes place on the 5th ending, where the world is infected by a horrible disease caused by Kaim and Angelus being killed in our world. Which is actually a really interesting concept if you think about it. It's like, holy crap, if we kill someone from a magical world in our world, and it brings new diseases, and it does. It brings the black scrawl, which starts killing everybody. It's writing all over your body. It does something. I forget what that does too. I don't play. It's been a while since I played. Alright, so yeah. That was basically Drakengard. I told you in 40 minutes a good deal of things. Now, I'm going to give you guys another quick little thing here. Just for me, it's like, this might be my first review, and I had to review it like this, and I'm reviewing on a laptop, alright? I don't have any comprehensive software, some bloody nonsense. I just have a laptop, my opinions, and topics. I'm not always going to be reviewing games. I might review books, I might review movies, TV shows, anime, Hell, I might even review philosophy ideas. I don't know, whatever I feel like, man. I'm the reviewer who is the jack of all trades and crazy as a damned hatter. Hey, at least I'm interesting, huh? Alright, if I didn't tell you anything and you didn't really like this, you can leave a dislike. It's your choice, man. I do hope I entertained you, because, hey, I like to think I'm witty and funny, but if I'm not, I'm not. Whatever. It's just how it is. So, yeah. Drakengard. That is Drakengard for you. Play the game. Because I skimmed. If I wanted to get into this and go really deep, I'd probably take 2 hours. Believe me, it's a long 5-ending game. Any of you who've played it know what I'm talking about and say, well, all this stuff he's talking about is nonsense about things that I don't know. Go take a look. The internet's here for you, man. Alright, well, this is Azrael Frost, and it's been a pleasure talking to all of you. Leave a like or a subscribe, and hey, comment all you want, man. It's your choice, your words. And have a good day or night, and I'm out.